We're going in depth this Tuesday. Give Day Tampa Bay currently underway. It's a 24-hour online fundraiser supporting local nonprofits. We spoke with some of the organizers about how it works and who's getting involved. Joining me right now, Wilma Norton is joining us from Give Day Tampa Bay. Actually, the name of your organization is?
The Community Foundation of Tampa Bay.
Community Foundation of Tampa Bay. I'll get that right. And then Vicki Sokolik with Starting Right Now.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. We're talking about Give Day Tampa Bay. Just remind people what that is, Wilma.
Give Day Tampa Bay is a 24-hour online day of giving. It's May 3rd from midnight to midnight. And it's a chance for the folks in Tampa Bay to show their support for all of the nonprofits that do all the great work in our community.
Who originally started this idea? Because we haven't been doing it that long, have we?
This is our third year.
Oh, okay.
Years, and it got started 3 years ago because the Cleveland Foundation was celebrating its 100th anniversary and wanted to do something that would be nationwide to celebrate community foundations and giving.
Yeah.
And so we signed on, and this is our third year.
So that's how it got. So that's very, very interesting. Now, Vicki, tell me about your organization, because you're one of the nonprofits, that I see this 595 nonprofits that are participating. Tell me what your nonprofit is.
So our nonprofit helps homeless, unaccompanied youth, which are kids who are not with their parent or guardian. We house them, feed them, give them academic support, match them with a mentor, and help them propel to either military, vocational training, or higher education. Okay,
this is the thing that always surprised me about these organizations. I knew that in Pinellas County there was about, at one time, more than 3,000 homeless kids attending school. Is it, what in Hillsborough?
It's over 3,000, so it's very similar. It's crazy.
It shocks me. It shocks me.
And what people don't realize is that the kids, our kids who are teens that are homeless, literally couch hopping after school, trying to figure out where they're going to sleep at night, are still going to school, still trying to make it work. But eventually, if they don't get help, they won't be able to graduate high school, because eventually their couches run out and they end up on the street.
So how does it happen? I mean, what happens that there are no relatives that are left alive? Mom and dad die? What?
So we see themes. Typical themes are there's abuse in the home, so the student says, I'm out of here. 90% of our girls have been molested in their home. So they say, I'm done. They leave. Or there's drug abuse that's rampant. They say, I can't be here. They leave. Or the family as a whole is homeless, and they start all dispersing to different places in order to basically survive, and so the student ends up alone without their family. Or they end up, we hear this theme all the time, they end up 18 and they're told, you're 18, get out, even though they're still in high school. One is both parents die and the student has nowhere to go, or both parents are incarcerated.
Yeah. Wilma, so this list, you said there are 595 nonprofits that are participating. So what does the nonprofit have to do to participate?
They have to sign up.
Okay, sign up.
And be a qualified 501c3 charitable organization. And we just check and be sure they're in good standing with the IRS. And then we welcome them to participate. So we have folks who have all sorts of different missions. There's lots of organizations like Vicki's, or they may be animal welfare.
And what's this one we're looking there? Is it a dog something?
That is the Black Dagger Military Hunt Club that just went by. They're an organization that helps wounded veterans get back into the outdoors to hunt, or shoot, do archery, or do things like that. I think that's one of the great things about Give Day.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. I mean, it's actually a therapy that's used for them. Of course, we saw Meals on Wheels and many other organizations. So I've been wondering about this whole nation of giving, because I was reading a report and that they were talking about millennials, and they said that the millennials are not as giving as the rest of us are. Now, the reason I say that is because, okay, when you're getting older, maybe you're thinking about retiring, so maybe you have a little extra cash. You've already gone into debt to pay for all of your kids to go to college. So if you don't teach giving, that's not something that people just kind of naturally do, is it?
Well, and that's part of the reason that we do Give Day as well. There's joy in giving.
Yes.
But I think a lot of young people particularly think, oh, you have to have a lot of money to be a philanthropist. That's a big word, but that just means giving. The minimum donation on Give Day is $25. And so lots of people can find $25, they can make the gift from their phone and give to an organization that does something that touches their heart.
So at the end of the day, and I'm a big data and numbers kind of guy, can you tell that Give Day that these organizations have actually been able to increase the amount of money they've been able to raise?
They've increased the amount of money, but most importantly, what we have heard from the nonprofits is we find people we didn't know about who didn't know about us, and it starts a relationship that we're able to continue. So the money is important, but that relationship building and awareness building is almost as important.
Because you want to give your money to people you know, and you know that it's working. Your organization, how old are yours? Yours new?
We started in 2007.
Oh, so you have been around for a while.
We've been around for a while. We're kind of a secret, not because we want to be, but just for the very purpose, like she was saying, that a lot of people just don't know about these different organizations. And what Give Day specifically has done for us is that it does give us money, but for us, that's not really the power of Give Day. The power of Give Day is that with these different publicity things that the Give Day does, people know about other nonprofits that they wouldn't otherwise know about. And for us specifically, last year, it got us a lot of mentors, which is something we really need.
Oh, that's great. Now, is this all done through one clearinghouse? Because I see something called Discover Nonprofits drop down. Now, what is that?
That's on the giveday.org website.
So there is a giveday.org. Well, that's where it starts. So make sure people understand that.
Giveday.org. That's where you're going to go on Tuesday to give. But between now and Tuesday, you can go there and find out every nonprofit that's participating has a profile on that page. And under that Discover Nonprofits tab, they're grouped by animal welfare, youth development,
elderly,
veterans, those kinds of things. So if you already know a category you're interested in, you can see how many are participating and read about them, do some research, and figure out.
Is there some competition between, like does one group get, whoever gets the most money get a prize too?
There are a number of prizes. We have a grand prize for the large nonprofit and the small nonprofit that raised the most money. But there are also category prizes. Among those, arts and culture, the large organization and the small organization that raised the most money get a prize. And there's some random prizes during the day. It's to make it fun.
And lastly, because I missed this, Community Foundation of Tampa Bay. Who are you?
We're a nonprofit organization that helps donors figure out where they want to give their money.
Okay, great.
And
we're facilitators then.
We're facilitators. We connect donors, nonprofits, and other resources to help make this a better area.
Well, folks, as I say, you now have no excuse not to give, because all you have to do is go to a website, find the group that you want. There's a little thing that says give, put in your information, and it's great. What a great cause. Do me a favor, make sure we get a listing, an accounting of how much money was raised during this Give Day, because we hope it's even bigger than last year's and that people will participate, because there are so many needs out there that government just can't cover it all. It's our turn to step up and do our bit too. So, ladies, thank you so much, and I'll be looking on Give Day. Don't worry.
Thanks, Al. We'll take your money too.
Oh, I know you will. Tampa Give Day.